Hello, folks. We're back for our final guest, Big Clingy. How are you doing, Big Clingy?
Hi, yeah, I'm doing well. Yep, I'm here from Australia, so bear in mind because of the parsec thing, there may be some like slight lag here,
Get us on to the right map.
yeah, I am my first map is going to be the port of Badon because I thought this one would be pretty fun because it involves a gimmick that I don't really feel is like used to its fullest in like the original game because of the AI. You've got this really strong boss, and I thought it would be fun if he could move.
I was thinking about this map earlier because I think the dynamic's going to be interesting because if he attacks
Yeah.
anyone, he's just going to kill them. But
Yeah.
but
But
also if I talk to him,
yeah.
the map ends.
Then you win. So it's this whole like cat and mouse game with Fargus. So yeah, this could be interesting.
All right, I think I'm gonna want some tough units and some units that can move fast.
Yeah, that's my main worry is your high move units because like they can get to him outside of his movement range. Of course, I was just thinking like I usually have more promoted units by this point, but yeah, of course you're promoting Oswin now. This is like generally what I mean, I used to not early promote, but now that I've started doing it, I usually promote Oswin about now.
Yeah, usually I do early promote. I left some units a little late in this game when I was making this all the save states because I thought it would be fun to have like a really highly statted like Rebecca. So I promoted her and Urk kind of late for that reason.
Yeah.
Here, we'll bring Raven. Raven's cool.
Yeah, I believe Raven has like dialogue at the start of this map on Hector mode.
Oh, he might. I guess
Yeah,
we'll find
and
out.
Lucius does in the Eliwood version.
Oh, but not in the Hector version?
Yeah, so it depends on if you have the tactician or not, but like at some of the maps there's a character who talks to the tactician, and it's different on Eliwood mode and Hector mode.
I didn't know it was. I did know that they like talk to the tactician. I didn't know it was different on Hector and Eliwood for this map. That's interesting.
Well, I mean, I only know this because I was just looking up this map on the wikis and saw that.
Alright, we'll deploy Merlinus, sure. For all of our convoying needs on this map.
Yeah, so Raven gets dialogue here on Hector mode, it looks like. It's usually like the one who joined in the last map, but I actually now I remember, like, the reason why I remember the Hector differences is because on Hector mode, Rebecca has dialogue after Dart joins that basically implies the whole plot point where he's actually her brother. That you otherwise don't get hinted at outside of support. So that's kind of like your hint to maybe support those two.
Forget what this
This is
guy
the other
gives
reason.
you. Oh, is this the devil axe?
Oh yeah. This is the other reason why I picked this map is because you're supposed to like avoid that group of pirates in the middle, but if the pirates charge at you from the beginning, that makes things a bit more interesting.
Yes, for sure.
I also, looking up this map on the wikis, I didn't realize this, but there's a group of like reinforcements where like the second boss that comes in, and on Eliwood mode they have the same like AI trigger as the pirates, so they don't charge until you move into their range, the pirates' range. But on Hector mode they have an independent like trigger, so they'll charge at you from the start.
I didn't know that. I haven't played like a full playthrough of Eliwood mode in quite some time.
I haven't really done this game in a while either, really. It's like it's strange because like this was my first Fire Emblem, which is part of why I was so excited to be part of this, because I have a lot of nostalgia for it's kind of weird because like I feel like the music the music is the part that I'm most nostalgic for. Like I love the music of this game. It just really evokes these nostalgic memories for me. But I feel like the gameplay hasn't exactly like aged the best of all of the. So now I just need to oh, that's funny. The select next.
Oh yeah, the
cursor
snap
actually goes to me.
To the blue units. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just bear with me because I'm still getting used to the
fine.
controls.
No worries.
But yeah, and I might take things a little slow because there's like a little bit of lag. But I seem to remember these pirates being quite strong. Let me just. And then some of them have like killer weapons and stuff.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
And yeah, yeah, pressing the wrong L and R buttons. Like when I play GBA, yeah, that guy because I've got a killer. When I play the GBA games like emulated, I often have the buttons on like the numpad, and I set the numpad to basically like where the buttons would be on a GBA. So like A is 6 on the numpad, B is 2, and like etc. That was like a setup that I discovered like after it took a bit of experimenting, but I found that and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. It could that could work, but yeah, if I can keep... Oh yeah, there's also Florina as well. I'm gonna have to be careful of her because if she gets to Fargus... Also, Dart's on this map. I keep forgetting that he's here. This is another thing that I only know thanks to looking up the wikis before I played this, but if Dart quote-unquote dies in this map, he doesn't actually die. Like, he still speaks in dialogue in the next 2 chapters, but you don't recruit him.
That's interesting. I knew you didn't recruit him. I didn't remember that he doesn't die, though.
Yeah, it's because he's probably supposed to have dialogue.
Yeah.
In the next map. Forgot you had a javelin.
Yeah, I think he's the one that explains the defend condition for
he
for the pirate
explains
ship.
it. Yeah. Yep. And then also Jake is there. This is just a weird thing, but like just reminds me like at this point, like Jake was always portrayed as having like, for some reason in Shadow Dragon they swapped Jake and Beck's portraits. Because originally Jake had the red hair and Beck had blue hair, and that was true of Shadow Dragon. That was true of the original FE1, and also this game. Like the Jake in this game looks more like what Beck looks like in Shadow Dragon. Because for some reason Shadow Dragon I think swapped them.
Yeah, it did. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So here's one final thing that I also wanted to experiment with. What happens if Fargus goes to the arena?
That's a good question.
So I specifically didn't talk...
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious if it makes you instantly lose, if it counts as, like, him fighting someone.
I'm also curious, it's got this marker here. Do I need to talk to Fargus, or is it a trigger on the space?
No, I'm sure that must be just a graphic that's there.
Yeah, because, like, you have to talk to Fargus, right? Like...
Yeah, it's gotta be just Fargus.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. There's a lot of enemies.
So I've stacked up a bunch of pirates around here. Yeah, it's just, this is gonna be interesting, because, like, yeah, I haven't really tried, like, Fire Emblem PvP before, but, I do want to see what happens if Fargus goes in the arena.
No, it's a good question. I have no idea. I don't know if that's gonna count as, like, you attacking him.
Yeah.
Which game overs.
Game overs.
Or if he'll just go fight in the arena and probably win.
Yeah, but if he dies in the arena, then you lose. Then I know you lose, so that's another possible lose condition. That's why I picked this map, because there's a lot of interesting win conditions.
Yeah. This is,
I mean, you should lose if he dies in the arena.
Yeah. I mean, I would think so, because otherwise, like... otherwise the map's unwinnable.
Yep. Yeah, it's that archer there who's mainly there to zone out Florina, but,
I think she can grab this house, though.
She can Kanto after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting exactly how, GBA Kanto is anything but attacking, I think.
Yes, anything but attacking. I think anything but attacking. I can't think of anything else that messes it up. Oh, this is another... This guy is an interesting thing about this map.
Yeah, I forgot these guys showed up this soon, and I pressed the wrong button again. But yeah, this guy, his stats are a lot worse than I thought. But yeah, so this is the guy that I was mentioning. I think his equipment is different in Eliwood mode as well. I think he has like killer weapons in Eliwood mode. But yeah, so this guy's whole thing is that like on Eliwood mode, like you can just safely like ignore him because he won't charge until you trigger the pirate's AI by like moving really close to Fargus. But on this guy's got a devil axe, but he's It'd be really funny if it'd be funny if he backfired into himself. No, hey, he actually survived Marcus though, but he leveled up Marcus. That's bad.
Oh, not a crazy level up though.
Yeah. Yeah. But on Hector mode, these guys they do have like full-on movement AI, so they they'll move when they spawn, which is like I like the little like even outside of Hector hard mode, there's a lot of little subtle differences between Eliwood and Hector mode and the way that things, even though it's the same maps, they can feel very different just because of like all of these little differences.
Oh yeah, I agree. There are maps that actually, a good example is Battle Before Dawn is a map I don't really like on Hector mode, but I really like on Eliwood mode.
I would agree, because like the main complaint that people have about Battle Before Dawn is that Jafar can like die before you get to him. That's really only likely on Hector mode because a bunch of the guys near him have Axe Reavers.
Yeah.
I think one of them has a Sword Slayer as well.
Yep.
Not actually Sword Reavers. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them has a Sword Slayer too. But like, yeah, also, I feel like Nino's a lot less likely to die on like, because like my whole thing about Battle Before Dawn is like, it's a defend map, but the objectives are like out of your reach, so you have to like get to the defend points like quickly. And like, really, like it should be that if Nino and you know, the Prince and Jafar die, like it should just be because you didn't get there fast enough. Like it's, a lot of people act like it's completely out of your control, but it's usually not. I think it's really just people just, because I like Battle Before Dawn was always my favorite map in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's just it is really unique in that regard.
Nino in particular is actually like extremely unlikely to die out of your control. Jafar can, but like Nino, if Nino dies, it's probably, unless she got crit by the monk, it's because you could have gotten there faster, generally.
Yeah, and I think like any of the three lords can recruit her. So what I usually like doing is I like sending Lyn down that side to get Nino. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I gotta keep that archer there to zone up Flora. But now we find out.
Right, Yeah, let's see what happens. This could be.
Do I even have enough gold for the way? Okay, I do. Okay. Swordmaster. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, this could be a game over, because this is his dialogue if you attack him.
I also don't know if, I think he's also just
However, this Swordmaster's probably gonna kill him, honestly.
Oh, he's definitely gonna kill him, he doubles.
Yeah, this is a terrible matchup. I did not expect him to... Wow, okay, this is one-sided. So that's actually an interesting way to lose this map.
Alright, I have a question. Since that was pretty quick, do you want to move on to the next one, or do you want to do this one again, but we can do this one again.
I always planned on, like, that's it. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting that just plays out as if you attacked him. Here, and then I think
I wonder what would have
preps.
Yeah, like I wonder what would have happened if he had survived that, if he would still have lost.
We can test it if you want. We can just save state.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm guessing probably yes, because that is the dialogue for you attacking him.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, yeah. So generic arena swordmaster MVP. We tried to hire the pirates to take us to the Dread Isle, and the world was doomed because Fargus decided to gamble and got killed in gladiatorial combat.
What a guy. What a good captain.
It's just like, yeah, it just reminds me of like there's a lot of people who've talked about just the funny ways that you can like just like what like game overing in certain side quests must look like from like a story perspective. Like,
yeah, this one is particular. Like, I know they like the premise is that no one will take them except for Fargus. I feel like they would find some other way if they really had to.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, chat, we are including the super chats that don't appear in the donation bar We are $50 off the our end goal of 1,500, so we're almost there.
I still love how when you visit villages, it says that you pilfered the item. It must be just like some code for like enemies getting an item, because it's like they must treat it the same way as chests. It's just funny.
Yeah, because I think that's what it says when a thief opens a chest, right?
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, this is also an enemy phase thing. You don't hear that often. It's called raid, I believe. But I don't. I think it usually plays in like side chapters, but it's a pretty uncommon enemy phase theme.
Yeah, you don't hear this one too often.
And also, of course, the player phase theme for this is totally unique to this map, which is kind of cool, honestly. Like as little sense as this side quest sort of makes in universe, it was always a memorable one to me, especially because like it's like this is one of the also like you can actually miss this map. It's pretty unlikely. You have to get like all of the you know, I'm just going to send this guy into the arena. Pegasus Knight. Okay, this guy's way luckier than his captain. But like you can actually miss this map or choose not to play it. And the story still plays out the same way. Like, it just, like, you get map narration saying, oh, by the way, these guys found Fargus and he agreed to take them to the Dread Isle. So it's just really, it's kind of, because, like, I think to unlock this, you have to have at least one of the 3 NPC soldiers alive at the end of the last map.
Yes, that's correct. As long as all of the soldiers don't die, you get the,
Yeah. Like, it is just, it's like, I feel like, I think I only ever skipped this map once, and that was just to find out what happens if you skip it.
Yeah, it is interesting that it plays out exactly that. I guess it has to, because,
Yeah.
Because, like, Fargus has late-game dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny that such an important, like, story, like, interaction happens in a technically optional map. And, you know, I just thought of something, and this is just interesting, because, like, I've been thinking lately about, like, because you said in your, like, recruits video, which I love all of your videos, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
But, like, your video on recruitments, it hit this kind of thing that I was always, like, that's been on my mind, is that, like, I do miss a lot of, like, the old-style recruitments in the newer games, like how Engage just has Lyndon.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this guy has Luna. I don't think I'm going to check, but I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, no, he isn't just Nosferatu. That's a lot of damage to Marcus, though.
Nosferatu, I mean, these are the packs a punch in this game.
Yeah, these are the super pirates that you're not supposed to fight.
God,
Ooh, Sword Slayer, nice. Can I get... I don't think I can get anyone else on Marcus this turn, though.
I think he's
and Sarah is pretty
by
close.
The skin of his teeth.
Yeah. Does one of these guys have a... I feel like one of these guys has a hammer. I think I remember that. Oh, yes, they do. Nice, okay. Remember that at just the right time, because if I can get through... it's still pretty bad, but if I can get through Oswin...
Ooh.
That's not going to go well.
Yeah.
It's like if I take out Sarah, Marcus is probably going to die. But the question, yeah, the thing is that like Sarah, I probably can't get through Oswin this turn, and Sarah is just going to heal him. Marcus took a lot of damage though, and I need to keep this archer protected because she's zoning out Florida right now. It's kind of like, you know, like when you've got like an anti-air in Advance Wars. It's like they whoops, okay, that was misclick, but that's funny. I've always loved how they actually make graphics for, like, a red rescue icon.
Yeah, I was talking about earlier that I was surprised that existed.
Yeah, and enemies never rescue, but there's, like, they made a graphic for it, which is cool. But, like,
someone in chat proposed, and I have no idea if this is true, that it might be, it might be the same graphic, and the color might just be based on the unit's palette.
Yeah, I can see that. That's possible.
Which I have no idea if that's true, but...
But yeah, what I was saying is like the archers there are basically acting like Advance Wars anti-air, and it's like when you have an anti-air in Advance Wars, like the whole area in their movement range is like flyers can't go there, like basically. Like it's like a whole area where the enemy cannot move any flying units. So that's kind of what my archer is trying to do now to Florina. It's just trying to zone her out. Oh, that guy, he's hurt, though. I'm not gonna push his luck. He survived one round of the arena, he gets to live. Like, I'd feel bad if I said it again, and they're like, oh, hey, Myrmidon with, and then, yeah, he just dies.
Yeah, I get what you're saying about the anti-air. I played, Reboot Camp. I played Advance Wars 1 in Reboot Camp recently. I'm playing Advance Wars 2 now.
Yeah.
And it definitely, like, one of the biggest, like, differences, like, between the way Fire Emblem plays in Advance Wars, besides, like, permadeath, is, just, like, the way ranged units function is, quite different.
Yeah. Yeah, ranged units are very interesting in Advance Wars, because like it's fun. I have feelings on how that like Grit became kind of overpowered in the second game, but he's a lot he's more balanced in the first game.
Okay.
Good. That is a risky play, honestly. Oh, you have men though. Yeah. That'll be he's still taking a little bit. But yeah, so like Advance Wars is actually like what got me into Fire Emblem, because like it was back in the day, like when you like a lot of people who got into strategy on the GBA played Advance Wars, and then they see Fire Emblem 7 comes out and it's like, oh hey, it's an RPG by the makers of Advance Wars. And like that's kind of how a lot of us saw it back in the day. It's like Advance Wars, but your units are actual people with stats and personalities.
Yeah, I don't remember which I played first. I played them around the same time when I was a kid. But definitely in my brain they occupied like the same sort of space. And then I got the Fire Emblem brainworms instead of the Advance Wars brainworms. Which also, was probably for the best, because he didn't get as many Advance Wars games.
Yeah, but also, by the way, this is one of my favorite boss quotes in the whole series.
Yes. The fact that, like, this random dialogue goes so hard and it's attached to this dude is crazy.
Like, I don't know, but, like, I always pictured him saying it in this really deadpan voice as well, for some reason.
Yeah, like, I don't know why they decided this, this absolutely random boss needs, like, the hardest boss dialogue in the game.
So, I was gonna just do this, but, no, that just doesn't quite kill him. It gets close. Again, if I can somehow... So, okay, Oswin is there. You guys have... Okay, that's an Iron Axe. Killer Axe, okay. And Sword Slayer. Because I do have... the Shaman might do well against Oswin. If I can get through Oswin, I can hit Marcus from behind. Either that, or I... Somehow, what's the con on this guy? I wonder if I can rescue him. 11 con. How
I feel like the pirates probably have good aid. Oh, not good.
10. Yeah, the pirates can't grab him, unfortunately. Can this guy? Oh, this guy might be able to. Aid 16. Yeah, this guy can get him. Like, I'm not really that... Like, I'm not the best at GBA, like, rescue strats, but yeah, that guy was able to get him, and then with that... So that's, which pirate is this? Oh, these guys do... Oh, Halberd, nice.
Oh, my goodness.
And you had a lance equipped, didn't you?
Oh, no, it's a
No,
sword.
you don't.
Okay,
you have a sword. Oh, that's a... Okay. See, okay, the annoying thing is that doesn't kill me, and I actually want to die here if I miss, because if I don't die, I can't get another enemy on you. So, do you double you? You do, okay, this is good, because if I hit you, I die, and I can get another enemy on Marcus. So that's good, there we go.
This may be the end of Marcus.
It may be, I just need to find what my best hit rate is. And, My hit rates are not actually... So the archer can't get in. Halberd, iron... It's probably the iron... Oh, no, you're probably stuck. Let me just... Oh, no, you can't even get in range anyway. That guy can get in. It's an iron axe, though. Oh, exactly enough. Just trying to think if there's any other way that I can do this, but probably... I'm gonna see if I can get Nosferatu onto Oswin. I don't... Like, Oswin's speed is kind of high for a general. I don't know if I'll double. Yeah, Oswin's doubling me.
Yeah, Oswin's speed is high and Dark Tomes are heavy.
Yeah, enemy, like, generally, it's like, if you think you can double with an FE7 enemy, you probably can't, because, like, their con is terrible, and, like, weight just ruins them. Okay, I highly doubt that bow user can actually damage Oswin, though. Might be able to get Dart in closer. Oh yeah, and I do have the lower pathway. It'd be funny if I got Merlinus.
Merlinus has surprisingly survived most of the maps. I think people just forget to kill him.
Yeah. I love how they gave him a support with Marcus, because they kind of expected you to use your Jagan to guard the... Like, I guess they just didn't expect people to use Marcus, like, as much, and they expected people to just use him to guard Merlinus.
The Marcus Merlinus support is really funny, too.
I believe it's also technically canon, because I think it's where he offers him a job in Faerie as an advisor, and that's where he is in FE6.
Oh my god, that's funny.
So I think it is kind of canon.
That's really funny.
Yeah, although I still think...
For anyone that hasn't watched that support, the way that it plays out is basically Merlinus going like, hey, why are you hanging out at the tent? Shouldn't you go, like, do something more useful to the army? And Marcus is like, nonsense! Protecting the wares is one of the most important tasks there is. And Merlinus is like, okay, are you sure, though? Because it seems like you could be more useful elsewhere. Oh, no. No!
Hey! That was with True Hit, too.
F in chat for Marcus.
Yeah, it always sucks that, like, you know, I feel bad taking joy in having your units die, but it's kind of my job here.
Take your joy.
I mean, I take my joy because of its donations, at least, so yeah.
It is, yeah. Every Marcus death is, more money for charity.
Okay, you are not quite... If I make use of these houses, then the houses seem to have this, like... It's always funny to me, like, which terrains in Fire Emblem are, like, impassable to flyers and which aren't. Because, like, sometimes, like, flyers can fly over some walls, but other walls seem to have, like, a flyer-proof wall.
Yeah.
Like, invisible wall over them.
Yeah, it's not always, clear what tiles... Like, can't fly here, can fly here.
And now Oswin is running away.
Yeah, I mean, Oswin's kind of in trouble, because we got hammers and mages around.
Yeah, I'm glad I remembered about the hammer, because I'm just like, yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure one of them has a hammer. Like, I'm pretty sure they put that there just to try it, just as a trap for if you try and use Oswin there. It's always just like, I always wonder about, like, because I've, like, there have been times when I've wanted to try making a Fire Emblem ROM hack, but I just don't know how good I'd be at map design, because, like, the kind of intricacies you have to think about, like, for example, like, you know, like, how you... Oh, I can't quite get into range with you, unfortunately, and you're sort of covered by Florina, but, like, just all of the different things you have to think about, like, you know, how, like, you kind of got to estimate, like, what stats the player would roughly have at certain points in the game to sort of balance the stats of the enemies.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult. I've, like, played around a bit with, like, FE Builder and SRPG Studio. It's hard. Like, especially starting from, like, a blank slate. Like, I've done some editing of, like, existing Fire Emblem games, which for me at least is a lot easier because you have like a base to work on. You kind of know what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah. It's because it's like that's why I feel like the reason why Engage forces your first maddening playthrough to fixed mode is because like they wanted to make absolutely sure that they balance like the stats of maddening enemies on Engage like to the point where you should be able to handle them. Like that's I always felt that Engage maddening was pretty well balanced in terms of like the early game. Like nothing felt too oh, I misclicked. I meant to rescue the other pirate, but okay. But yeah, like you get like what I mean. It's just,
yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
My first playthrough of Engage Maddening, I thought was a pretty was good. I thought they did a good job with it.
Yeah, it's like cause like Three Houses Maddening I found was like the enemies early on were too bulky. They just sort of they just took forever to die without like certain combat arts, and a lot of the early Wait, you can talk to That's okay. I'll need to check that next turn. I wonder if it just checks if they're a different faction to Fargus, not just if they're you, because they're Black Fang and
what's his name's dudes can talk to him.
Yeah, maybe the other guys. I'll have to check that next turn if there is a next turn. But yeah, we'll see. But what I was saying is like I always felt like early Three Houses Maddening, everything was just kind of like the enemies were a bit too bulky, whereas with Engage, they struck a good balance of, like, the enemies were bulkier and a little bit harder to double than hard enemies, but also they still hit hard as well, and it was... Meanwhile, like, you've got high difficulty modes like Conquest. The problem I had with... Oh, I'm probably...
okay, I'm gonna pass, though, because I want to see what happens.
Yeah, I want to see what happens, too. But yeah, I underestimated Raven, how quickly he could cut through. But yeah, let me just see what happens if we... Like, does this make me, like, you win? Yeah, that's a big... Huh, that's...
That's funny.
Like, I was gonna lose anyway, but, like, that is really interesting because, like, it must just check if they're a different faction.
Yeah, I guess it must. Oh, Cyberspace, yeah. Thank you for the donation. I'll get your name on the flag in the next enemy phase we play. By the way, chat, that puts us $10 away from our final goal.
Yeah, I noticed you were pretty close last time.
Yeah. What's the second map we had for you?
Genesis.
Ah, yes, Genesis. This is gonna be an interesting one.
I chose this map because it's one of the another thing I really like about oh wait, this is the actually we can do this one honestly.
Oh, you sure?
We can. No,
I can just go back.
We can do Genesis after. This one's good too. This is another one that I picked, so we can do this one if you want. But oh boy, you have a promoted Heath. Wow. Anyway, we'll do Genesis later because like I realize Genesis has the potential to run on kind of long. This one's a lot more open.
This has the potential to be very short, I think.
Yeah.
Because Veda is Veda is something else.
Yeah. I believe you don't lose if... Like, I don't lose if Veda dies, though.
You do not. Although, I don't think I have anyone that can kill Veda. As long as she has her spear.
Look at Pent with his 99 hit on bandits in peaks. Like, the plus 30 avoid terrain.
Pent makes quite an impression. Ooh, I think we just got a... Oh, that was the super chat coming through. Okay. I was like, I heard the noise. I was like... Okay.
It's cool seeing get promoted Rebecca, though.
Yeah! Rebecca's like a fun unit to use, I think.
Yeah. I think I may have used her once. Like in FE7, I've always, this is a game back when I played as a kid, I would just replay it over and over and use different characters every time.
Yep.
I think like the last run that I remember doing used Lowen.
Ooh, nice crit.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yes, I forgot that you got ballistas in this one. It's been a while since I played this map. Also, promoted Urk is kind of cool.
Yeah, Urk is one, Urk is one of my favorite units in this game. I promote him on most playthroughs.
Yeah. I always just
even though
found
it's not that exciting.
yeah, it's funny because like I usually like the early mages more than like the later pre-promote stage. Like I like Loot a lot more than Soleil and Sacred Stones, but like Urk just for some reason his stats are just so like meh in everything, and Pent is just we got another donation. Looks like.
Let me read that. Oh, thank you for the donation, Catharsis Catalyst. I'm a girl of my word. Here's 50 more for Clingy bringing Marcus down last map. Well, there you go, Clingy. It was good that you did bring him down.
Yeah, I'm glad I got at least one Marcus kill.
Marcus has not died every map, but I think every guest got one Marcus kill.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So let me just check Vida again. She, yeah, I forgot her regular stats were this high. Her speed's a little iffy, but with +9, that's still quite a lot for FE7, and the res is pretty good. So, yeah, she's got over 20. How much attack does Pent have? It's just, the thing I worry about is the ballistas. But Pent's got, I guess, he's got 29 attack, okay. She has, like, 20-something res, though. It's more the ballistas and Louise that I'm kind of scared of. But, like, the main reason why I picked this map is because, normally I don't think Vida actually moves at you until, like, the very end of the map, when you can just easily avoid her. So, another map where, having the AI actually controlled by someone changes things a lot.
Yeah, in the default version of the map, she doesn't move until it's, like, basically too late.
Yeah, I think on, like, Eliwood, or at least Eliwood normal, she doesn't move at all. Unless you get in her range, maybe.
I think you're correct. I don't think she moves in Eliwood. And
yeah,
then in Hector, by the time she moves, she's, like, not gonna catch up to you.
Yeah, that is the reason why I picked this map. And now, yeah, at least I can do a little bit of damage to Louise. It's funny how this guy looks like Urk, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still them having an A support with each other is kind of a bit of a pain too.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting that they, at least in recent memory, I don't think they've done the like baked in supports too often.
Yeah, I think Micaiah and Soth was the only other one in recent memory.
Well, interestingly, in Radiant Dawn, I don't remember if anyone besides Micaiah and Soth have a bond support by default, but anyone that had an A support in Path of Radiance, if you transfer, gets a bond support in Radiant Dawn, which I think is cool.
Yeah, no, I like that. Although the only annoying thing about that is that if they already had a bond support, like Icon Sorin, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people get Icon Sorin to an A, and I've always loved this in any like control run.
Oh my, it's you. You do not recognize this man, Ursula. This cursed Urk portrait.
Glitchy Urk with arrows, with arrow face. But yeah, what I was saying is like a lot of people A support Icon Sorin in Path of Radiance, and like they, I believe, already have a 10% bond, which is even better than the 5% you normally get for transfer. So
yeah,
like I don't think it does anything. Oh hey, Urk is doubling and Marcus isn't. Is Marcus actually falling off for once? Clearly there is an enemy that I have not moved because my turn is not over. Oh, well, there's a whole bunch of guys up here. Forgot about that. Yeah, the late FE6 maps do kind of spam enemies a lot. It's kind of the only way they can be a threat. It's how I lost Marcus in my Iron Man. It was on, the one with, what's his name? The Talon, boss, the mercenary, like, paladin boss guy. The one where you recruit Heath.
Oh, Eubens.
Yeah, Euban. So that map, basically Marcus was just plucking a choke point, and the enemies just slowly wore him down as he. You call it suffered from success, and I love that. I learned that the Japanese fan base has their own term for that. But I love suffer from success. That's
as much as I would love to take credit for that. That is I don't know who it originated from, but I first heard it from Mecha. Oh, thank you for the dono, Sec. I'll get your name on the flag in just a minute. Next enemy phase.
But
wait,
did
I not equip you with a weapon? What am I doing?
That was
you're unpromoted. You can grab Hector.
Oh, nice, yeah. I'm doing like a kind of Iron Man of Shadow Dragon like right now, and I sent out Midia into a couple of maps with no weapon equipped just because I just had like filler slots and I didn't really have anyone else, so just like, yeah, and I just forgot to give her a weapon because she's not really doing anything.
Midia's an odd unit. Because she has like I feel like on paper she's like okay, because like she's basically like Jagan if he joined halfway through the game.
Yeah.
Which is to say, like, not like useless, because she could still hold like a Forged Rider's Bane or something, but like it just feels like I have it's like just feels difficult to like justify having her do stuff compared to other units.
Yeah, the problem was that I was careless in the Arcanea map and got Harden killed to a it was like a stone hoist. It hit a pretty low hit rate, and Harden was like the paladin that I was most invested in, and then my only other one is like Abel, and I've already used all my master seals, so I've got this Abel who's like not amazing, but like he's just kind of there, and then my other option is Midia, but like even like unpromoted Abel is like kind of around Midia's stats right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, sorry, I meant to ask when you were talking about this. What is the Japanese fan base's word for suffer from success?
Word for it, I seem to remember it being called Yatsuke Make. I remember reading about it in one of Kaga's interviews. Like, I think he mentioned it or something. I know that Make means like lose, like as in like to lose a game. So it's been a while, but like I think they're like. It was a Kaga interview that said that. Like, I used to call it death by awesomeness. I think my comment section came up with that term.
I like that.
Yeah. It's basically like when you kill so many enemies that like more things get to attack you, and eventually the damage just adds up and you die. That's what happened to Marcus in an Iron Man. It's basically the only way Marcus died. It's how most people in this stream probably killed him.
Yes, usually when Marcus well, okay, at least in like the early to mid game. Yeah, later game, sometimes he could just get killed, but
yeah,
definitely in the early game, if he died, it was usually from like a dozen units attacking him.
Yeah, it's just like the gradual chip damage eventually gets too much. Can't quite get you into there, but now I'm thinking, see, this is the advantage of being like a flyer. She can go down here, and then Rebecca on her ballista has gone a little bit. The main thing is I'm slightly worried about Urk, but also like, what's Urk's? I haven't even checked Urk's stats yet. Thunder,
pretty
16
mediocre magic.
16 speed, only 11 magic. The problem is Thunder can crit, but she's probably not going to get. Oh, actually, I think that every enemy has 0 luck in this game.
Also, I don't know. Do they really all have 0 luck? I know they don't have a lot of luck, for sure.
Yeah. I wonder if this dialogue is different in the Japanese version, because in the Japanese version, Linus and Lloyd had a rune sword, and they changed it in the English translation.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they probably thought that they were too hard if they had a rune sword. They were actually, like this game, it's funny, like, every Fire Emblem up until, like, I think, like, Awakening had some pretty, sometimes small, sometimes big changes in the localization. Like, the one that I think is the most interesting is Sacred Stones really changed a lot of the base stats and growth rates of a lot of the characters in the translation. Some for the worse, some for the better.
Yeah, I remember being surprised at the when I was doing those Sacred Stones polls, and you were commenting on like how they changed certain units, and I remember thinking like, one, some of the changes were surprising.
Yeah, they're really, it seems like they just didn't want very high magic stats, because nearly every magic user got their magic nerfed to some extent, like their magic growth nerfed. Except like the ones who start as clerics. And even then, a few of them still got their magic nerfed.
Yeah, and so I was surprised, like, one at, oh god, Luna has high hit in this game.
Yep.
One at what some of the changes were, and two, how many of them there were.
Oh, there's a lot of changes, yeah.
Like, it was a tremendous amount.
Yeah, like some of them, like I'm glad they buffed the trial. Like they buffed the trial map characters a lot.
No.
It's kind of funny Heath dying in the Vita map because they have a support, I think. Yeah,
they do.
It's also, like, sorry to stop my topic for a second, but like
fine.
the Heath's Vita support is very interesting to me because like it implies that if we ever get an FE6 remake, we might have to fight Vita.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Because it heavily implies that she's like, she basically outright says, if there is another big war and Zephiel is involved, I will side with him.
Yeah, which makes sense, because that's what, like, that's why she joins you, right? She's like, you helped Zephiel, so now I'll help you.
So, yeah, like, if there is an like, I still wonder how a lot of people there's a lot of talk about how they'd handle an F, especially about, like, whether Lyn would be in it, but, like, I still think it would be interesting if, like, there will probably be a Vita boss if there is an FE6 remake.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd make her recruitable. Like, it'd be pretty hard to convince her, honestly, I feel. She's pretty loyal to Zephiel.
Yeah, it would feel a little weird for her to fight against Zephiel.
I mean, you know, like, Wolf was recruitable in, like, FE12, but Harden was possessed, so that's a little different.
Yeah. I don't know, I do hope they remake, FE6.
Yeah, part of what...
I'm consistently surprised that they haven't already, because I felt like, maybe this is less true now that, like, Fire Emblem has kind of grown in popularity, but, like, for a long time, it felt like because of Smash that, like, Roy, despite not even being, like, in a game you could play in the West, was, like, one of the most popular lords.
Yeah, he always was in Smash, so yeah, and also it's like effectively the sequel to like the first game. Like that's kind of the problem now, because these days there are just fewer people around who like have nostalgia for FE7. Like if they'd remade it earlier, it would have been kind of perfect, because you'd get to see like, oh hey, this person's like the child of Eliwood, and like you'd get all that.
Yeah, and I mean even 7 ends on like
yeah.
Okay, I mean like. What it felt like to me at the time when I played this as a kid, and I did not know it was a prequel.
Yeah.
It ended on like to me what felt like a cliffhanger. I was like, I was like, okay, we got evil Zephiel, we got baby Roy.
Yeah.
That's the next game.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, because I remember like back in the day there was a whole bunch of like review magazines. Looks like we've got another donation too.
Thank you for the donation, Joe. I'll get you on the flag next enemy phase.
But yeah, so like there were like I got into Fire Emblem via like
sorry.
Via a game review magazine that the phrase that one of the reviews used was, "I no longer have an arse. Fire Emblem kicked it." Like I'll always remember that quote. But like anyway, like. There were so many people asking, like, after like, playing this game, people were writing in saying, when's Fire Emblem 2 coming out?
Yeah, because, I mean, it came out here. It's just called Fire Emblem. Like,
yeah.
And, like, I'm sure, like, maybe if I was a little older or, like, more on the internet at the time, I would have, like, realized, like, oh, this is, like, actually the 7th game in the series, but, like, you know, I didn't know that when I was 7.
Yeah, the first time I found out was when I was looking up like game FAQs guides for Path of Radiance, and I think there was like one, there was like a guide that said something like, it talked about thieves, and it was like, oh, thieves promote in this game, and they didn't promote in Fire Emblem 6, and I'm like, okay, hang on, there was a Fire Emblem 6, and then I see references to Fire Emblem 7, and I'm like, and then I think one of them...
I missed 5 Fire Emblem games?
And yeah, like I find out that this, Fire Emblem 7 was the first one we got, and like, cause I knew that there were Japan only games, but I didn't know how many of them there were and how like, significant they were, and also like I didn't know how like even back then most of them they weren't great fan translations, but they were playable.
Yes. Yeah, I remember the 6 translation. I mean, there's a better version now, but like there was one when I was a kid, because I played 6 when I was a kid.
Yeah, I feel like part of oh boy, things are not looking good for Matthew and Sarah right now.
I think they might bite the dust here.
Yeah, firstly I just want to see how much you do to Urk. Oh, she doubles, but that's not a good hit rate. Let's see.
Thank God.
It would be funny. It would be funny to send her against Marcus, though. Well, sorry, Oswin.
Oh my God, Badon, chill.
Well, we lost Eliwood's retainer. Now we lost Hector's retainer.
Yeah. It's funny that they retreat.
Yeah, well, it's because they have to show up in cutscenes.
Important dialogue, yeah.
But it's funny. My first playthrough of this game, I lost both of them in the final chapter because I'm just like, it's the final chapter. Who cares if they Also, Sarah's death quote is so weird.
Yeah, like when I read it tonight, I was like, I was like, is that like a retreat quote? And then I was like, no, that's a death quote.
Yeah, because that's my thing. So like I was like back when I first played this game. So like from what I feel like, the English localization, especially with some of the death quotes, doesn't really make it that obvious that like non-plot vital characters actually die when they hit 0 HP. And so my first playthrough, I lost a lot of characters because I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. It's just like losing them. It's not like, it's just, fine. And like back then, Nintendo games were usually they tended to shy away from talking about death very much. Mm-hmm. And so like it wasn't until I threw away like Harken and Hawkeye in the final chapter of my first playthrough, and I saw in the credits it just said like died, and I was like, oh wait, they actually died, and yeah, from that point on, that was when I started to reset when losing people, because I just didn't want to see any more people dying.
Yeah, it is interesting that like the first time I played 7, I let a lot of units die. I don't know if I realized they were dying or not. I don't remember at that age. But I remember I let a lot of units die. And then at some point, I don't know when, I decided, I was like, all right, no more units dying. I will always reset. And now I would say, that's how I do first playthroughs of games. I don't let units die in the first playthrough. But nowadays on like repeat playthroughs, I'm like, maybe some units can die.
Yeah, I kind of get that. It's just like I just always feel bad when I see I have to get through the war with everyone alive, unless I'm specifically doing like an Iron Man.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, but so it's like, yeah, like I feel like a lot of the death quotes in this game are not like written with them being death quotes in mind. Like Sarah, for example, like there's no way that she'd be actually dying and say, "Oh, why me? This is so annoying." Like it's just such a weird. And like Bartray as well, like Bartray makes it very obvious that he's just wounded, but that's because he appears in FE6. I didn't know that when I was a kid, obviously, but like when I saw because it's pretty likely that you lose Bartray early on if you're a new player, because he has some pretty bad defenses.
Yeah, he gets doubled.
And he gets doubled and stuff. So like I first saw that and I was like, oh, okay, people just get injured and not die. That's how this works. Can't one round. I mean, I think these are like the super wyverns that you're not meant to be fighting, but still. Okay, he one rounded one of them.
Oh, but you can't get to the mountain. F.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and he has a brave bow too. Wonder what happens if you use the mind glitch in this run.
I don't know.
Because I mean, I suppose it's fitting that like you drop the mine here because this is the map that most people use the mine glitch on the original because you can get
steal the spear.
The spear. Yeah, like as a kid, it never would have occurred to me that the stat bonuses came from her weapon.
Yeah, because it doesn't. I don't think there's anything that like tells you that.
Yeah, it's a really it's a weird way to code it. I feel, but like it makes sense. They probably couldn't have programmed it any other way.
Yeah, I assume that they did it that way because of like just some constraint they must have had.
But it's just kind of funny that you can actually get the spear and you have the stat bonuses. I wonder if that would have been a one-shot if it was like Japanese version effectiveness.
Let me see. Her strength is 13. I don't know how much ballistas deal in this game. We can
yeah,
figure
they
it
don't
out.
tell you the
It's got a
model
defense of
ballistas,
11. We have a strength of 13, so she's getting 2 from her strength. So the ballista deals 8, so no, she would not kill with 3 times effectiveness.
Yeah, I had a feeling, yeah. Yeah, another weird thing is that like FE6 has ballista animations, like battle animations, but this game doesn't.
Yeah, it is odd.
Although, are the ones in FE6 movable? I don't know if they are.
I don't remember. Even like the FE3 ones have an animation. So it is interesting that this one doesn't.
Yeah. I don't think Sacred Stones has either, but like with FE6 they made animations for the GBA ballistas. It's just like they just didn't use them in this game. Yeah, so alright, okay, so now it is time to see. You are in mountains though, which is unfortunate. I love how everyone's just like although I one-shot you, so I only need to hit one of these.
Yeah, you got a 75% chance.
I've been getting some good luck with hit rate, with like 40s to 50s.
Another Marcus kill.
Yes, another Marcus bites the dust. And sorry, Matthew. Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot of other people down here that I can really kill, because Urk's gonna, like, murder a lot of these wyverns.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of units in this game because of, like, the nature of it being attached to FE6. There's, like, a lot of units that don't die.
Yeah, that's another reason why it took me a while to realize that people could die. Although, also, funnily enough, Rebecca actually does die when she hits 0 HP, even though she has a child in FE6, so that was just a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that, like, they didn't just have, like, more units, because it's not like there's transfers, so I just would treat it like a, kind of like an AU, right? Like, in FE3, units die in Book 1.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I forgot this guy was a little bit injured. Yeah. But yeah, it's, yeah, because I was just trying to think, because, like, there's a... Oh, yeah, that was it. So, in Path of Radiance, they made it a lot more obvious in the death quote. Like, the death quotes in Path of Radiance always felt a lot more obvious to me. In the sense, like, some of the death quotes in Path of Radiance are very dark. Like, have you seen Tormod's?
Yes.
Yeah, like, Tormod... Path of Radiance Tormod's pretty bad. Radiant Dawn Joffrey is pretty bad. He says something like that there's blood in his eyes and he can't see.
Yes.
So, like, there's a lot of really dark death quotes in Tellius. Like, Nephany talks about everything going so dark. Or something like that. It's, yeah.
Yeah, Tellius definitely has, a bit of a different writing style than the rest of the series.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like, I wonder if it's I'm wondering if it was. I'd have to check, because I know that I was thinking if it was a different, like, local. It probably was different people who localized it, because I know that this game was one of the translators on FE7 was Alexander O. Smith, who also did Ace Attorney 1 and Final Fantasy 12. And he's really, like, people love his work on Final Fantasy 12. That game is generally considered to have an amazing localization.
I'd say I've never read much about the localization, but I know I love FF12, so...
Yeah. Like, they made FF12 feel like a work of theater.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And a lot of the dub actors were also had experience with theater as well, I think. And like they did some pretty cool things with the voice direction. Like this is kind of irrelevant FF12 spoilers sort of, but like when like Barsh's brother impersonates him, instead of just using Barsh's voice actor, they had Gabrant's voice actor like imitate Barsh's voice. Like, so, like, if you were really paying attention in that scene, you could tell it was somebody else pretending to be him.
Right. Oh, fire.
Yep, this is the... Wow, this just proves if Vita... This is why they hold back with Vita's AI in the
yeah, she's a terror. And
Yeah,
I mean, if
like-
you had really wanted to, like, if you beelined her for, like, the Lords, it would have been it.
Yeah, I'm just really scared of Louise. That's it. I'm just terrified. Like yeah, like right now Louise is just like if you get anywhere near my husband, you are dead.
It's true. I got my 2 snipers protecting the Lords.
But yeah, no, yeah. So like the actual translation of like FE7 does have some issues because like it was their first Fire Emblem translation, so there are a few like actual glaring like translation mistakes from what I've seen of like some videos out there. I know they mistranslate like Four Blaze at one point, and they there's a few things that they mess up in at times, but
Isn't Nurgle's death quote messed up?
Yes, they messed up his death quote because the Japanese term for quintessence and the Japanese name of Nurgle's wife sound very similar. So they messed that one up. So you kind of lose a little bit of that there. Because yeah, I still love that though, like the fact that I don't think I've ever actually done a playthrough where I did get his secret death quote, because you got to get like the 19XX and
you have to do all the guidance.
yeah, I don't think you need Genesis. I think you do need Value of Life though, which is the one before the final chapter.
Value of Life is such an odd chapter.
Yeah, I think on Hector Hard it's all berserkers.
Yeah, it is a map full of berserkers.
And on and I believe if you try and it's one of the few maps as well to have anti-warp skip measures, because if you try and warp skip it, 4 berserk, like even on normal mode, 4 of the Hector Hard berserkers spawn near the boss if you try and warp someone to the boss. I kind of wish more maps had anti-warp skip measures like that.
Yeah, warp is an interesting staff. I feel like it is often unsatisfying.
Yeah. The only game I've really found it satisfying in is Engage, because like as broken as like Micaiah Warp is, it's also really fun.
Yeah, I like Engages. Oddly, like, I think my favorite version of Warp is actually, like, Gaiden and SOV. Because it's all route maps, so you can't skip. And it's also not, like, since it's not kill boss, it's, like, you actually kind of have to think about, like, where you want to do your warps. Whereas, like, in a lot of these games, it's just, like you do warp skipping in FE1 or whatever, and it's just, well, you're just gonna warp to the boss.
Yeah. And also, like, you need to, like, invest in some of the, like, the clerics or the villagers in order to actually get warp in that game, I believe.
Yeah, you gotta earn it in SOV. You have to train Silk.
Yep.
Oh, let's get you a weapon.
Oh, alright, she can finally,
Finally
do stuff.
attack, yeah.
Except
You know,
it will not save
insofar
her
as the
when...
level 7 Fiora can in chapter 26.
It will not save her from Vida.
No, definitely not. I do not like Fiora's odds against Vida.
Yeah, this is like almost what like PvP Black Knight would be like in Path of Radiance. That would be really fun too.
That would be interesting because I feel like depending on the map, you could probably avoid the Black Knight.
Yeah, he's got general movement still.
Because he's kind of slow. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like flying Black Knight. Yeah, if they are, like, it's just hard, because, like, you can see that, you know, if Vida moves in this map, it's incredibly difficult, but, like, it would be really cool, like, just, yeah, having, like, a map where you are trying to avoid, like, an invincible boss who is, like, has decent move, like, they kind of do that for, like, Engage, like, the closest I can think of is Engage Chapter 11, but, like, the 4 hounds spawn so far away from you, and, like, the map's nearly over by the time they're there.
They do that sometimes in, not that often, but sometimes in Thracia, they'll spawn, what's his name, behind you?
Galzes?
Yeah, they'll spawn Galzes behind you. But usually, he only shows that, like, if you're moving at a decent pace, usually he doesn't show up in a way that threatens you. He's really just there if you spent a lot of time without moving forward.
Yeah, I was thinking that there were a few Thracia maps that did that. But yeah, he's kind of like Astrum in FE3, where it's like, he usually doesn't spawn until you're well away from him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a lot easier if you just, you know, like, just wait at the very start of the map, but, like, in that Iron Man and Shadow Dragon that I'm doing, Garnef was actually legitimately pretty scary.
How long does Garnef stick around on that map?
It's 6 turns, which I think is the same as in FE3.
Okay, because I know in FE3, I think if you pull back at the beginning, he can't get to you before he has to leave. I don't remember if that's true in Shadow Dragon.
It might be. The main thing is I actually just wanted to, you know, move far into the... I forgot I was on a timer for a second, so I kind of need to move with Vida. At least she got me a lot of donations, though.
Yeah, although I'm running out of places to run.
But yeah, so, like, I was trying to move through the map, like, decently quickly, so I got into a situation where I kind of had to sack somebody so that Garnef wouldn't reach Marth, because Garnef actually one-rounded Marth with the stats that Marth had at that point.
Yeah, I definitely have had moments in the Marth games where I'm like, alright, time for somebody to take one for the team so Marth doesn't die.
Yeah. The funny part was that I believe, like, they actually, like, Garnef, like, doubled them, but that he missed one of his attacks, so the person that I tried to sacrifice actually lived.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I think they may have died next turn, though. If this is on your Discord, I had a really crazy situation in one of the early maps where I misclicked and, Sheeta got, like, in range. I left Sheeta in range of the boss, like, had her attack instead of, like, wait, so that she took damage. And I just scrambled to, I basically just scrambled to find some way to, like, I think I could have killed the boss, potentially, but, like, I threw, like, everything I had up. Well, actually, one of these wyverns is probably going to hit him. That or one of the...
Louise at his range. But yeah, if you kill him, you won't have to worry about Louise anymore.
Yeah, they both... Yeah, that's the thing, because if one of them goes down, they both go down.
Yeah, she'll dip.
Yeah, and it's likely that one of these is going to hit eventually. If Hawkeye wasn't there,
I would think one of these guys will hit him.
Yeah, if Hawkeye wasn't there, I could get one of the shamans in, and that would have weapon triangle advantage at least.
I'm surprised. It looked like Hawkeye could take an attack from Vida.
Yeah, he actually could. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of HP though.
He does. He's a bulky guy.
Hawkeye was one of course, you know, Pent being Pent, he could just destroy my entire Wyvern squad, which would be amazing. But, like, Hawkeye was one of the pre-promotes that I really used a lot in my first playthrough.
Oh, no more Tome.
Oh, okay. That might actually make his evasion higher, though. That's actually also bad for me, because it means that I can only attack him with 4 more things, because... they don't die, so I can get more. So I can't get more enemies on him.
That's true.
So Pent may actually live due to breaking his tome.
He's got to survive.
Only one more.
He's got to dodge one more.
So See, this is why. So, like, one thing that I really like about Engage is that, like, you can see all the combat stats that you need just by hovering over an enemy. Like, I rarely need to open the stats screen, and I misclicked and hit the wrong. Oh, actually, no, you died. So I can get another one in.
Get another one in there.
But like, yeah, like it would have been great if that had actually been the kill.
Lucky.
But like, yeah. So in Engage, like, I love how like I rarely need to look at the actual enemy stat screens. You get most of the information on just hovering over them. You get their attack speed and their attack power and their
and the enemy resistances or skills.
Yeah.
Although I guess enemies in Engage outside of bosses don't usually have a skill.
I still can't believe that, like, I didn't find this out until I looked up, like, it was triangle attack. It's like a resource on the map, but, like, in Chapter 11, enemies have a hidden skill that prevents them from critting if they initiate combat, which I guess is meant to be a bit of a mercy.
There's a few hidden skills that Engage likes to use. One that they use on multiple occasions, but I only remember one specific instance of it, is one where despite displayed attack chance, they can't dodge. They actually use this in the enemy, like, right in front of Lapis on her join.
Yeah, I remember this, yeah.
Yeah, he can't. He will always get hit until he moves.
Yeah, it always... Okay, so like, I have this sort of semi-conspiracy theory about Lapis. I feel like she and Etier swapped personalities and or stat builds at some point during development.
Yeah, it is, Lapis not having, like, not just not having good strength, but having, like, kind of poor strength feels very strange.
Yeah, it's weird that she is the tutorial for Smash weapons. And her first line is wildly out of character for, like, the rest of her personality. Like, she talks about, like you know, might makes right in Brodia. It's really weird for her. And a lot of, like, her hero's profile and things like that make a big deal about her being stronger than she looks, but that's really not true of her growths. Now, unfortunately, Pent can't physic himself.
Nowhere really for Pent to go.
This may be it for him. Oh, she's trying something.
I think Veda is gonna be fine.
It was a valiant effort to
do that. Oh well.
Yeah, well, I missed it.
I don't think that's gonna be the difference maker.
It was a valiant effort to save her husband, but it would be no use. Well, at least he leveled up. Oh, okay, he didn't gain speed, he gained luck, though. That might slightly influence his avoid.
Yeah, I think he's gonna die to Veda, though. Unless you send Veda to go kill other people.
Yeah, unless Veda kills one of the lords, we'll see. Because, you know, technically you do still win if you wait out the timer.
Yeah, I can't see this lasting another 3 turns, though.
However, yeah, Vader is a little too close, I think, so, I'm sorry, Lowen, but goodbye.
See, I think this is like a level 4 Lowen.
Yeah. I may also, it would be funny if I actually got Merlinus as well, but, I didn't know, okay, that's fine. I don't suppose you have Luna, I'm guessing you don't have Luna. Oh, you do. Wow. Okay, that's bad. Oh, actually, yeah. Again, him breaking his tome is good because he would have had weapon trial disadvantage if he still had the tome. Random Nomad Trooper would have been amazing if he'd actually got the kill there. I need to save some wyverns to, like, harass and block your lords and stuff. Oh, hey, this person has an armor slayer, huh? Back when I first played this game, I came with my mother on a business trip to, like, another state. It was right after my birthday too, and yeah, like my sister often watched me play games at the time, and this sounds so mean, but I always used to like, you know, tease her whenever units she liked died.
That's funny.
It happened in it happened as well in it's like I feel the reason why I got onto that is because Priscilla was a frequent victim of this in my playthroughs. She often died.
And here she dies again.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's one of the people who actually does die. There's like surprisingly few people in FE7 who die when they hit 0 HP, but she is certainly one of them.
Yeah,
Come on,
I guess
somebody
there's just a large amount of people that are either have lines in the plot or are relevant in FE6.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's funny though because like a lot of the units that she liked were like I was a dumb kid back then, so I was just thinking that Florina was obviously bad because she had low strength and wow, Louise is getting doubled? Really? Huh.
Might
is that
because
like
she's on the ballista? I don't know if the ballistas
yeah, I forget
weigh
if
you down.
I forget if ballistas have weight, but they might. They probably do if she's getting doubled.
Florina is one of those units that, like, I feel like the first time you play, like, if FE7 is your, like, one of the first Fire Emblem games you're playing, Florina does not feel like a good unit.
Yeah. I think she's one of those where, like, she's generally more hyped in, like, the efficiency playstyles where you really know how to rescue drop and stuff, and I'm still not good at rescue dropping in this game.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm great at rescue dropping, but it's definitely something I have tried to improve at.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's really like a powerful tool they give you.
Because also like FE6 speedruns are really remember, if she dies, Pent goes too.
Yeah, I don't think
his dodging spree is over.
I don't think Veda is I don't think killing Veda is gonna happen for us.
But yeah, like FE6 speedruns are always really fun for me to watch because they're basically like basically it's like Roy is like a football that gets passed between all of the Cavaliers and Paladins to like get to the goal.
Yeah, he's definitely a big he's in the saddlebags a lot.
And then you get to the boot shop, and then I still don't know why they thought letting you buy boots was a good idea.
The boots shop is so funny to me.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Nice.
Yeah, although I think you can probably just kill Merlinus, and it doesn't really matter.
True, yeah. Although Merlinus is very dodgy.
He is dodgy, that's true. Oh, maybe he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he dodges white a lot. I almost feel at this point it's just, like, I want to get Pent, but, like, it's probably going to be easier to get Louise. Especially with her health that low. It's just, I do want to get the Pent and Louise duo because they are legitimately pretty tough to kill. You did well, random Blackfang. But yeah, I don't even know, like, I could try and kill Merlinus, unless any of... Oh, actually, hang on a minute. I can probably kill Fiora.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. Like, back in the day I didn't know this. It wasn't until, like, way later, but, like, now I can't see Fiora's name without thinking of Xenoblade Chronicles.
I played Xenoblade 1 and 2 in the last year. I'm working on 3 right now.
Yeah, I think they're all definitely games that, yeah. See, I wanted to get a bit of chip damage so that, because Vida needs to hit both of these to win. She probably will, because this is true hit, but she could miss, if she misses one of these.
Oh, I'm surprised she can't one-shot him. No,
just barely.
Would.
And there we go, it ends. Well, actually, oh dang it, Pet and Louise survived, oh well.
That's fine, they gotta be around for FE6.
Yep.
All right, we have about 15 minutes, so let's get through as much of Genesis as we can in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I chose this map because it's a very unique map, and it's one I feel like this and Value of Life are maps that I don't think a lot of people see that often, and also the XX chapter.
Yeah, I think a lot of people definitely do not.
Yeah, because in my first playthrough, I didn't realize you could recruit Hawk, because you get Hawkeye after the desert map anyway. So I didn't expect you could recruit him early, and then you have to get like 700 experience, which is really hard. Yeah, which is really hard to do when Pent is running around as an NPC killing everything.
Yeah, it also feels like it's hard because you get like Pent, who's running around killing everything. You get Hawkeye, who's gonna be pretty good on that map, but he doesn't get a lot of EXP. It's like kind of tough to get all the EXP that you need.
Yeah, and also like I feel like you need to rush to like rescue rescue Pant, basically. You sort of need to save the enemies from Pant. So here's the thing, I can move Kishuna.
Yes.
And the aura goes with him, which means now this druid can actually attack.
He's gonna kill Lyn on turn 1, that'd be pretty funny.
That would actually be pretty funny. Okay, before I do that, I believe you have a Berserk Staff. No, you don't. I know somebody here has a Berserk Staff.
There's a Berserk Staff around here somewhere.
One of you has it. I might have actually blocked it off. Maybe you're the... Yeah, just... If you'll excuse me for a minute. No, Shine. Somebody here. Luna. It's not you. I think it depends on the difficulty as well. I think it might be depends on if this is an Eluid or a Hector file. Because I think on
file, yeah.
Oh, is this Hector? Okay, because I'm sure somebody has a Berserk Staff.
I really thought someone had... Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay, this guy has the Berserk Staff.
I was going to say, I was almost sure there was a Berserk on this map.
Yeah, that guy is, but I'm sure there's somebody else. Okay, there's Silence. And Sleep. Okay, Sleep is fun. You can try Sleep. Doesn't seem like you're in range, though, of anybody. Guess I can move you closer. Yeah, because, like, I know that in this map, like, this is one of those where there's that trick where enemy status stars target the lowest, like, they target the lowest person in the deployment order.
Is that
I don't know why it's coded.
I knew that was true in 6. I didn't know that was how
Yeah, I think it's true in 7, because I've heard people say that for 7.
Okay.
Yeah. And all of these enemies in here, they all go away if anybody enters this room. So they're just kind of here to scare. They also, I think they stay if you warp, though. I don't know. Like, a lot of the Kishuna maps have anti-warp measures, but I could be wrong about that.
I don't think you have warp yet for this one.
Oh yeah, you might not, yeah.
Because you get it in Cog.
Yeah, no, warp. I do like it when they give you warp, like, late in games. But yeah, this could be... This, depending on if I get lucky with this could be... Also, I could go for Hector, too, but I think I don't... No, I can't actually kill Hector. And, okay, if I do succeed with this... Sure. Ah!
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. See, if I had succeeded with that, I would have said, and this is why I always train Lyn. Even though
this is like a level, like, this isn't an untrained Lyn.
Oh, really?
I don't know what level she is, but she's not like base level.
Yeah. Because, like, I do know that, like, Lyn is, technically, bad, but also, like, my first playthrough in, I believe it was, like, Lloyd 4-Fang Defense, I kept having Lyn get killed by ballistas. Like, she'd get one-shotted by ballistas all the time there. And that was where I was like, yeah, that's it. Next playthrough, I'm training Lyn just so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it is nice for the chapters where Lyn and Eluid are force deployed to have them.
Yeah, because they are force deployed in quite a few chapters. And some pretty tough ones as well. Are they forced in Cog of Destiny?
No, they're not. Because earlier when we did Cog of Destiny, Hector was the last person that Akira killed, so we would have game over before that. So Lyn and Eluid must not have been there.
Okay, yeah. Because in, I think they're forced in the Ossia Defend map near the end of the game, though.
Yes. Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, actually, Heath's doing pretty well.
Heath has become one of my favorite FE7 units after my last couple playthroughs. It's partly because of this map, because you can train him, like, there's so many promoted enemies.
Is there like a guide to the order of these?
Yeah.
I think they were.
Well, I've at least picked them up and messed it up. I can't find them.
I'll try to find it for you in a minute.
But yeah, you were saying about like Heath training in this map with the promoted enemies.
Yeah, because there's promoted enemies that he gets a bunch of experience from. Ooh, that's a little risky. And then he's kind of cruising, because you get Heath, and then there's like a bunch of maps where it's either like route or defend, or you have to wait around for 10 turns for Harkin to show up. Like it's a bunch of maps that, like, even if you like care about playing fast, you like can't. So it's like a great time for training Heath.
Yeah, like I remember in that Iron Man that I talked about earlier, I really wanted to train Heath, and unfortunately he died in the desert map just before this. Yeah, this is a weird map for the enemy side though, because I can't open these doors, so I have a lot of people who are just useless until you reach me.
Yeah.
I can try and eclipse somebody though. Eclipse. Also Eclipse versus walls is funny. I think I can only eclipse walls.
Yeah.
That was also the wrong wall, but oh well.
Something I learned about Dragon's Gate today that I did not realize. All of the thieves on that map do not have lockpicks. They have chest keys.
Okay.
Presumably because they did not want them to open, like, the boss door. Like, that's the only reason I can think for why they didn't give them lockpicks.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't get Legolt in my first playthrough of FE7 because it's just like, you need to rush your lord pretty...
Yeah, you really gotta move.
Yeah.
Which I actually kind of like, because that map has, like, several, like, one-tile choke points. And I like that, like, if you want kind of to have an easier time with the map, you can, like, take it slow and play the choke points, and, like, you'll probably be okay, but you'll miss Legault, or the member card.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's like a risk-reward to it that I like, where, like, you can play the choke point and take it slow if you want to be, like, safe and secure, or you can, like, play it faster, but risk, you know, maybe missing a unit or the member card.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like, and there's a lot of bonus objectives. That's why I also like Battle Before Dawn, because there's a lot of bonus objectives in that map too. Like, I like it when in defense maps you have things to do while you're waiting out the timer.
Yes, I agree.
Because like in Battle Before Dawn, you can go for, hey, Marcus doesn't double. Heath might though. Yep, Heath does. But yeah, like, you can go for, like, you know, the chest, you can fight Ursula, you can get there's like a stealable Earth Seal, like, all the way on, like, a random enemy at the very bottom of the map in Battle Before Dawn. That's kind of risky to get to.
Yes, we saw that today. We were playing that map. We had fog turned off, because, like, if you have fog turned on, the enemy control thing, like, doesn't really work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we saw that druid with the Earth Seal, the stealable Earth Seal, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I was wondering if it was druid, but yeah, I was remembering right. It's like, and it's like right at the very bottom. It's a pretty risky area to get a thief to.
Yeah, or like it's like a place where you might not even notice him.
Yeah. And like, this game gives you so many promotion items that you don't really need Earth Seals that much, but it is still interesting.
Yeah, it's also nice, I guess, like, if you're doing, not that I don't think too many people do these days, but like if you're doing a ranked run, it's like kind of nice to get an Earth Seal.
Yeah, they're worth a lot. I can go for the easy shot, or I can, yeah, Heath did so well, let's avenge those pre-promotes.
Poor Heath.
They have been avenged. But yes, so yeah, they're Earth Cell. The thing that I hate about rank runs though is that you can't like promote the Lords or Dart because their promotion items are worth like 50,000 or something stupid.
Yes, I like ranked runs more in theory than in practice. I like the idea of them like ranking your playthrough in kind of a more holistic way. But in practice, I feel like it leads you to like doing a lot of things that like I don't think are very fun. Like I think I don't know this for sure, but I think the meta for like ranked runs now is that you like blitz the first several maps with Marcus to build up like a buffer of extra turns, and then like on later game maps you just deploy like weaker units and you set up promoted enemy kills for them so that they get like a large amount of EXP compared to what they would have gotten in the early game.
I thought that was the B button, but that's fine.
Or like the funds rank being weird where you're like encouraged not to like promote certain units.
Yeah, and also like the thing that to me is the weirdest about the funds rank is that it encourages you to not sell the items that are specifically designed for selling, like the gems.
Like if you sell the gems, you get punished for it.
Yeah. Just, it's... Like, I agree with you that I do like having, like... I like there being... It's why I like the ranking system in the first few Advance Wars games, how they rank you on more than just turns. But I wish that Fire Emblem would do something like it that it wasn't like, because like the funds rank is very strange.
Oh, Rebecca.
Oh, that could be. Okay, well,
She's
that was
doing
fine.
Her best.
Yes. Although she's not, like, Nino is the real one who has that quote, I think.
Yeah.
Don't actually think I used her very much in Heroes. I did just get Lewin and Zed in here. I don't think I used Zed that much, but I got Lewin. They're my favorite green-haired mages.
Alright. I would say, based on the time, we got one more enemy phase here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the door.
Yeah, it's like, I was wondering if you could even open that door. But, yeah, so here's the thing. So now I have to get you out of the way. Is there anything... Oh, I know. Yeah, so before I move you... See, like, it would be cool if the enemies actually... Kill. Yeah, if it would... Because, yeah, Luna's got great accuracy.
It does.
Don't think I...
Luna's crazy in this game.
Yeah. People, like, call it broken because of, like, the fire dragon. I don't really think it is. I can't actually get Marcus, but I can get Rebecca.
Bye, Rebecca.
So I wouldn't
call it like broken. It's just
yeah, but it is very and it is quite scary to go up against because of the massive crit that it has. But like, and it got nerfed very, very badly.
Oh, they killed it in Sacred Stones. It's not scary at all. Like you see a Luna Druid and it's like it's fine. He's not gonna hit me.
Yeah, they have like 50. It has like 55 hit, a lot more weight, and yeah, it was just Oh, I still can't actually get...
I'll give you one more enemy phase. You can, so you can actually finish the map.
But what I was saying was it would be interesting if yeah, that Berserk staff is not really doing anything. No, you're not the sleep one. Oh, you're silence. It's always silly to silence non-magic characters, but...
Yeah.
Because it has more hit. Like technically there are benefits to it if there's like a someone they can recruit, because like silence stops recruiting. It also stops support conversations. Yeah, I actually ran into that problem. Also look at the amazingness that is Eclipse in FE7.
Eclipse is such a funny spell.
Yeah,
Eclipse it's like not great in any of them.
Yeah, in 6 it reduces HP to 1, but it's still not great.
Well, it still has that super sketchy hit rate, right?
Oh, he's gone, okay, and all the doors open. So I guess we did reach this gimmick. But it looks like those enemies are still interesting. Okay, they're still there.
All right.
I thought those 4 left.
Take us home, Clingy.
But yeah, let's. It's just the question of which one of them do I kill now. But it's probably easiest to Although I think sleep doesn't give you 100% hit in this game.
No,
I think
which is very funny.
I think it might in like FE4 or something.
It's also really funny that like the dodge animation just plays out normally.
Yeah. And
Rip Hector. All right.
Well, at least I didn't get killed in.
Thank you so much for coming on. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Too. Yeah, I've loved being on with you, and because I've enjoyed your videos for a while, and just. You're just a really great member of the Fire Emblem community, and your Discord's really a great community too. Like I've loved chatting with people there.
I appreciate you saying that. We've really enjoyed having you in the Discord. One of my mods specifically said the other day that they like talking to you in the Discord.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for hanging out. Chat, I'm gonna BRB for maybe a minute or two. We got to get these hot sauces ready. I'm gonna put out a tweet that we're doing the hot sauces, but we'll be back in just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to suffer.
Yeah, can I just say a quick thing before I go?
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of I have a bad problem with like starting a topic and not finishing it when something else comes up. But like, I was talking way earlier about how much I miss like staggered out recruitments, and one of the things I found interesting is that, like I used to think like that they do it because they don't want people to like miss potentially like popular characters. But then I realized like Canas is one of the most popular FE7 characters, and he's in an optional chapter.
Yeah, I think missable characters, like, I think the recruitment requirement can sometimes add to the popularity. Or at least the memorability. Like, I think Stefan is, like, I feel Stefan would be less memorable, I think, if you just, like, recruited him normally.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember the thing with Stefan that I remember is that like so like I read a written walkthrough on how to get him, but like I didn't know what he looked like at all. So when I first saw his like actual portrait, like it was not what I pictured him being like at all, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I was not expecting a like middle-aged green-haired guy in a purple robe with like a rainbow sash on it. Like that
It's neat. But yeah, thank you again for coming on. This was a really good time.
Yeah, no, this has been great, yeah.
But yeah, let me go. Let me get to these sauces.
Yeah, all right. So, yes, enjoy that. And, it's been great being here.
Yeah, it's been great having you. See you later.
See you.
All right, chat. I'll be back in a minute or two. Howdy, folks. I am here to suffer. I've brought my lovely assistant. This is my wife.
Hello.
Who will be asking the questions.
I've done the very arduous task of preparing the dino nuggies.
Yes, we're doing. There wasn't like I didn't want to like order from a wings place at 10 p.m. So we will be dipping our dino nuggies in the sauce.
My DreamWorks eyebrows are particularly egregious today.
You look nice. You look cute.
There's always one that goes up, one that goes down.
All right. You have the questions ready?
I thought I had Google Docs downloaded on my phone. It's installing.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up on mine.
No, it's just gonna take a second.
Okay. I just noticed the shirt. What does the shirt say? It says, "I am a mom against cat boys."
Oh, well, the green screen really doesn't cover that much back here.
No.
No.
Which, by the way, anyone, we have our list of questions from the forum. There were probably more of them we're going to ask, just for timing reasons. This is still a charity stream. If you want to have your question asked, if you make a donation, I will answer your question. I'm also going to get some lo-fi emblem in the background for us to listen to as I suffer. But first, you can listen to the first 5 seconds of this Valorant ad.
Imagine not using an ad blocker.
In this economy. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, so we're starting with this one on the left, and then kind of like this is 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4. Yeah.
All right, we're kicking it off with Hot One's original buffalo hot sauce. These will get progressively hotter. I'm expecting to enjoy the first
If you're not
3 to
aware
5.
of Hot Ones, like the premise of the show is that it's an interview show and it's usually celebrities. So.
Ooh, Karosa, I'm excited to hear music too loud. We can fix that. Karosa, I am excited to hear your submission when the next one comes out. All right. I'm also going to rate each sauce after I have it.
Yeah, I may also try some of these. I don't like buffalo sauces, but I will try some of the milder ones. All right. So this question comes from Soy Sauce 22. Why did you decide to start making YouTube videos, and why did you go with generally Fire Emblem content?
I did lower the music. Let me know if it's still too loud. I can lower it further. So I started making YouTube videos mainly as a COVID hobby. If you like scroll way down on my channel, you'll see this was not always a Fire Emblem channel. Originally, I just posted general RPG content. Fire Emblem's always been my favorite RPG, so eventually I actually stopped making videos for a while because I just got kind of busy. Then I came back to it, I was like, I want to make a Fire Emblem maps video. And then that kind of took off, and I was like, okay, people want to hear my thoughts about Fire Emblem. So I made more Fire Emblem videos, and then I had done that for 8 videos in a row. And I realized, I guess this is a Fire Emblem channel now. So that's how we got here.
So we have like 20 questions. So do you want me to do?
Like, you want to do like 2 per?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wendy asks, Caster or Ronin? I don't know who these people are.
Caster is an archer in FE1 and 3, and 11 and 12, which are remakes. And then Ronin is an archer in FE5. Definitely Ronin. I like his vigor stars. I like how he move a lot. Big indoor movement for rescuing. Cool unit. Cool hair.
Alright.
This is the second one.
This is the Smoky J. It's a Verde. There's 2 Verdes.
Yes. Next we have the Smoky J jalapeno hot sauce. Oh, by the way, my rating for the buffalo sauce, I don't always like buffalo sauce, but I actually thought that was pretty good.
Maybe I'll try it.
I would eat that one again.
Alright, this question is from Nathan. Which character did you like from their design but then disappointed you, be it personality, story, integration, or other reasons? It doesn't have to be Fire Emblem.
This is a unit I've come around on, but when I was first seeing the Engage designs, I really liked Amber, because I thought Amber looked like what's his name from FE4? The guy, Lacus is his brother, whose name escapes me, who I quite like. And I was like, oh, that's cool. He's gonna be like a cool knightly knight guy. Eldigan, yes. And then I played it, and he's like a goofy llama boy. I was like, what is this goofy llama boy? When I wanted a cool knight. So I didn't like him at first, but I have since accepted him for his llama-ness, and I do enjoy it.
What are your thoughts on the Smokey J?
Not bad, but not like
Yeah,
it's like okay
exciting,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think we should go to the next sauce. I think I've got some bigger questions here.
I went downstairs after coming off your call, and I'm greeted by my cat loudly meowing at me with a massive cobweb on her face. Yeah, I liked it, but if you don't like buffalo sauce, I don't know if you will.
Yeah. It's not for me.
They should have given him a llama mount. Fully agreed on that. Sauce 3?
Sauce 3.
All right, next up we have maybe my favorite bottle and name. Funky's Hot Sauce Factory, Stellar Fuzz. Which is, garlic habanero. Ooh, we're already into habaneros on Sauce 3. Wowee.
Alright, from Carosa. What other series do you think would be work well adapted to work as a Fire Emblem game or strategy RPG similarly? They say that they were recently watching The Legend of Korra and was reminded of
the Korra RPG. Yeah. All right, that was meaner than I would have liked the third sauce to be. I have some concerns.
Well, the bomb is 8 here instead of 9. So.
Sure is. I thought it was 8 last time.
Oh, maybe it was. I don't remember. I thought it was 9 for some reason.
What else would work as an SRPG?
Or that you would want to see, especially.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of games that I play that aren't SRPGs already. What video games do I play?
I don't know. You played Xenoblade. We've been watching One Piece.
Ooh, I would play a One Piece SRPG, to be honest.
Would be really
you
fun.
could do some really fun mechanics. Luffy could have 1 to 3 range or whatever. Zoro could increase in power every time he gets hurt, because so far they just seem to have Zoro suffer a lot. Every episode they're just let's see how we can hurt Zoro this episode.
You've been watching some sports anime. Prince of Tennis SRPG I don't think would really work, but
no, I don't think that would work so well. I'm okay. I was a good thought. I would be so in for a One Piece SRPG. I don't want to play a 1,000 chapter SRPG though. Think of the content though. I'd have stream content for an actual 3 years.
minimum. What are your opinions on siege tomes in Fire Emblem? This one comes from Maria.
I would say I generally like them. I think they're fun to play around. I think it's more fun in games where they give you your own siege tome to work with. I like in FE9, you get your hands on a bolting, and it's pretty fun. You can smack a boss from 20 spaces away if you trained a mage. I also think it's nice in those. I feel like in a lot of games, mages do not feel sufficiently different from non-mages. So giving them some tomes like bolting that decidedly work very differently than other units. It's not that mean. It's just meaner than I would have liked the third sauce to be.
I like the flavor, but it is a little too much for me. I wouldn't eat this casually.
Yeah.
It is good, actually.
Yeah, I like the taste. Yep, and the next one is Hot Ones Verde, Los Calientes.
Soren.
Hey Helix, thank you for the donation. Long-time watcher, first-time donator. This donation goes to saving the LGBTQ+ kids. Greetings from Germany. Well, greetings to you, Helix.
Greetings from not Germany.
Yes, greetings from North Carolina. Oh, we gotta get that on the...
Oh, are you gonna write it up on the
Yep.
thing?
What? Yeah, it's not bad. It's just hot.
It's like kind of sweeter than the other ones. I think I like the sweeter hot sauce. That's a little spicy.
Alrighty. Next sauce. Alright, let me get my dip on here. Well, actually, I'll wait for Megan to get back so that she can ask the question while I'm maximally suffering. Yeah, we'll live with it. Separated that fast?
Yeah, this one.
That's crazy. It hasn't been out that long. Like less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a mom against Catboys, of course. God bless. All right,
It's
let's
funny,
try
it occurs to
some.
me that I put a link to this in the Final Fantasy 14 Discord server that I'm in. A Catboy could join.
I'll say it.
discriminated
I'll say it
against.
to his face.
Alright, which Fire Emblem game would you recommend everyone play if they haven't yet? I think this is kind of more for established fans of Fire Emblem, who instead of like which one to start with.
All right. So, I mean, the gimme answer is FE8 is my favorite in this series. However, a game that I think people should play, that I think many people have not played, is Fire Emblem 3. Reason being, I think Fire Emblem 3 is a really interesting... Oh, thank you for the donation, Big Cliggy. I'll get you on the flag in a minute. And that does push our dono bar over 1,500. Woohoo!
Oh wait, I'm doing a jazz hand on the wrong side. There we go.
So thank you, Aaron. That's incredible. Really appreciate everyone's generosity. Sorry, what was I answering?
Which
Okay,
Fire
FE3,
Emblem
yeah.
would you play?
So I think FE3 is a really interesting piece of Fire Emblem history, and it doesn't feel like... So the game I really want to recommend is FE1. I think people should play FE1. But I think a lot of people will bounce off of FE1 because FE1 is very lacking in quality of life. FE3 isn't. FE3 has movement ranges, has preps, all that good stuff. So I feel like it's a great way to kind of get that early FE history, get the Marth games. It's got the remake of 1 in it. Thank you for the gifted memberships, MMORPG Al. We'll get you on the flag in a minute, too. So yeah, FE3 would be my pick for that. I think it's really fun. It gets you that piece of Fire Emblem history. It's just a cool game. I really like it.
Do you want to do the flag and then we'll do one more question for the next sauce?
Yeah. Where did I put the marker? Here it is.
I've reorganized his desk to fill it with hot sauces. And then B-Train just became a member as well.
Well, I was the gifted. So it picks like, Alrighty.
Alright, so that was 5. Actually, let me just do one more question. In the meantime.
Here, you want this nub? Not really enough to dip.
Let's see. Alright, Blind Coco asks, Kiss, Marry, Kill, Soren, Goldmary, or FE1 Thomas?
Should have said FE3 Tomas. That's when he gets his, like, fucking pose. I don't know how to describe it.
I'll take your word for it.
So is it Goldmary, Soren,
And
Tomas?
Yeah.
And it was, Kiss, Marry,
Kill.
Kiss, Marry, Kill. Oh, I have to kill one? That's so sad.
I think it's fuck, marry, kill, but say 4.
All right. I'm gonna kiss Goldmary because, well, I like Goldmary a lot. I feel like if I had to marry Goldmary, she would eventually get on my nerves. I think the bit is very funny, but I don't know if I want to live with the bit. I can't kill Soren, so it's gonna have to be marry Soren, and sadly, very sadly, kill Tomas. Isn't everyone Tomas' portrait a clone of Sedgar? Yeah.
Oh no, you're on this one.
Oh, I'm on this.
You're
Okay.
on the
So we now have queso sin queso, which is a plant-based queso-style hot sauce. Megan tried this one and said it was too hot.
I was intrigued by the plant-based queso. It's something in nutritional yeast.
Woman versus racist. That's true, Nem. I did leave the racist alive. He got better.
Okay, so are there any celebrities or individuals that you became a fan of after watching their Hot Ones interview as opposed to liking them beforehand? Or if you have any other favorite Hot Ones to watch that you would recommend?
Ooh, that's hot.
Yes.
It begins.
Oh, this was submitted by Persfalco. I don't know if I've been saying all of the...
I think you have for everyone.
I think I have, yeah.
I don't know if I've watched one for a celebrity I didn't already like. But some episodes that I would recommend. If you like basketball, I really enjoyed Joel Embiid's. This was pretty funny. So was Shaq's, for that matter.
Soren.
Ooh, we'll answer this bonus question in a sec from Carosa.
Yeah, if you're submitting questions right now, I'm not looking at the form.
A non-athlete, all right, the hot sauce is beginning to affect my ability to answer
keep talking.
questions. What's his name? He's mean to people. Chef Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay has a good episode of Hot Ones. What kind of setting / real-world inspiration would you like to see an FE game try? You know this was a topic on Sacred... Okay, I'll give a different answer. I'll give my Sacred Stoners answer, and then I'll give a different one. On Sacred Stoners, my answer to this was Fantasy Wild West.
He wants Fantasy Wild West.
I do.
Yes.
I want Fantasy Wild West. I would love it. That being said, a non-Fantasy Wild West answer, since I talked about that on Sacred Stoners already. I really would be interested in kind of like a gothic fantasy, or like kind of a maybe like slightly horror-inspired fantasy. Not like full-on horror, but like, you know, werewolves and vampires, like an aesthetic, right? Like, I don't need the Fire Emblem game to scare me. But like, something like if you've ever played...
Curse of Strahd?
Yeah, if you've ever played D&D, Curse of Strahd, Ravenloft, if you've ever played Magic the Gathering, something like Innistrad. Yeah, Fire Emblem meets Castlevania. Perfect. Exactly right, B-Train. Ooh, okay. Next up is the Morita Bourbon Maple Reaper Hot Sauce. It says on the tin here, intensely hot. Woohoo!
This one smells good. This is the one that separated a bit, but I think it smells good.
Well, it is maple.
Don't forget your...
Okay, I do need my chicken.
I should have waited
my
to
little
heat these
dino
up. They're a little
nugget.
cold now.
Well, that's fine. There's just a vehicle for pain.
Alright, Soy Sauce 22 asks, what was your favorite video to make and why?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Oh, also, both this one and the last one, definitely too spicy for casual use. I like the taste on both. I like the maple in this one.
I liked the queso one better. These are the two I tried that I was like, this is too much. I like the queso better than this one, personally.
Careful around the eyes, true.
Yeah, wash your hands after this.
Okay, but my favorite video to make.
You gotta talk. That's the point.
Oh my god, sorry. I think my favorite video to make was probably the one where I talked about FE1 Marth. Because when I made that video, that video like changed the trajectory of future videos I made on the channel. Because when I made that video, I really wasn't sure that it would do very well. I was like, do people want to hear about like FE1 Marth? And the answer was yes, and that led me to make more early FE game content. So I really enjoyed making that video because I like FE1, and I was really glad that people watched it because I was like, I don't know if people want to watch FE1 videos. You have a spicy question? Hit me, Reina. What is your spicy question? I'll give you one for free since we're collab partners.
It's free. I keep reading it's backwards.
Who's my favorite Baldur's Gate 3 collaborator? You're the only one in the chat. I feel like I have to say you. Plus, you were the one I organized it with way back in the. Not that I don't love our other two collab partners, but it was originally me being like, "Hey, Reina, do you want to play Baldur's Gate?" Is it next sauce time?
Yeah, I think it's next sauce time. Are you ready? Or no,
Yeah, I'm gonna need to refill the milk after this one.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Well, so yeah, it's this one and the dabs. This is the forbidden fruit.
Alright. This is... What the fuck is the forbidden fruit? It doesn't say what it is.
I don't know.
It's called forbidden fruit. I'm trying to determine what kind of sauce this is. I have no idea. We're gonna find out.
Hot. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna... Oh, here's the...
Why are you giving me like your little? Like,
Because they're like, I keep like eating... No, it's too small. I can't dip it. No, unacceptable. All bites must be painful.
Soren.
Alright.
Well, thank you for the donation, Reina. I'll write your name on the flag with everyone else shortly.
Would you rather fight 100 lizard-sized horses or the lizard the size of the horse? Also, hi, lizard. From B-Train.
That's a good question, B-Train. Ooh, this one's hot. I think I would rather fight 100 was it horse-sized lizards? What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or one lizard the size of a horse.
Lizard-sized horses.
Okay, so small horses.
Small horses, yeah. Although I guess I'm assuming that like the lizards are actually small because there's like some big lizards out there.
I think a CJ size.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna go with the lots of small horses because I just can't imagine, like, lizards are fucking strong for their size. I can't imagine fighting a regular horse. Imagine if it had like the fucking jaw of a champion. Oh, can I get a refill on this? Yes. We've definitely reached the point where all of these sauces are going to be very painful. Next up is DeBomb. Last time DeBomb made me want to die in real life, so...
Give me a second to get your milk.
Yeah, definitely will want the milk for this one.
Here, I'll give you another question.
Oh, I will also say that sauce was actually pretty tasty. I will never have it again. But it was pretty tasty. My favorite kind of egg? You know, previously I would have said scrambled. I think it's like a ramen egg now. Like the nice soft-boiled ramen egg.
How many eggs could you eat in a day?
If I had to?
Yeah.
Okay, an egg is not that filling. At least 30. Like if I had all day.
Yeah. What point is it too many eggs to be acceptable? These all come.
Too many eggs to be acceptable is like more than like 3. Like how many eggs are you gonna eat in a day?
That comes courtesy of McKenna.
But I think I could eat like 30 or more if I had to.
Very good.
Alright, next up is Da Bomb. I hated this sauce last time. I'm sure it will not have grown on me. Cheers.
Alright. Heroic Vile Plume asks, if you had to plan a heist with all of the co-hosts you've had on today, what roles would you give out to people? I really like this question. I think it's one of my favorite ones.
It's a great question. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me think of both the guest today and the roles in a heist.
I guess you could bring up, like, the promotion image, if that would help. I can bring up the promotion image if you think that would help. That's all the milk we have.
What are the roles in a heist? There's the mastermind, the getaway driver. What else is there?
Demolitions guy.
Okay, let's start with the
spy,
okay.
The infiltrator.
Holy shit. Akira is gonna be my mastermind. He's big brain. This is so much worse than every previous sauce.
This is all the milk we have.
Oh god.
I didn't think you'd, like, chug it. Otherwise, I would have gotten more.
Infiltrator. I feel like Queen could infiltrate something. Queen can be the infiltrator.
Who's, like, the distraction?
Sakura could distract somebody, I feel like. She's like a good talker. She could talk to somebody. I don't know how any of you are dry. Clingy, you're here. Are you a good driver? Do you want to be the getaway driver? That was terrible.
We got 2 more. So is the flavor just still bad? Because this is like a
yes,
new
this
Da
sauce
Bomb.
sucks.
Yeah, this is like a new Da Bomb evolution. So have a license. So for a heist, perfect.
Great, you're the getaway driver. What's left?
Demolitions if you need someone to blow something up.
Ooh, Pavis can be
like the tech guy.
Pavis can be the demolitions guy. He built a whole fucking highway in our segment. He could work a bomb. He's great at construction.
What about the tech guy? Who's like in the van and like has got everyone on the radios.
Who have I not named yet?
I don't know. Yourself, I guess. You don't have to do all the work. You just
Sure.
sit there.
Can you refill this for
Yeah.
me?
I didn't think you need that much milk.
I am suffering. I do have this naan though. Could you grab me a paper towel too?
Sure. Did you spill some sauce?
No, I'm just getting like the nose running, eyes watering.
Ah, gotcha. I can get
Paper towel's fine.
want to move on to the next one? Get it over with?
Yeah, let's fucking get it done with. Next is Matasano's hot sauce. We can read the back here. Matasano's The Quack, our hottest sauce made in Costa Rica by crazy monkeys with fresh Carolina Reaper, the hottest pepper in the world and closest planets. 1 drop is enough to burn 9.5 tongues. What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
Start with 1 sprinkle daily and increase the dose to whatever you want, whenever you want. Don't let a label tell you what to do. Thank you, Matasanos. I appreciate your vote of confidence. How many are left? 2 sauces.
Yeah, this is the second to last.
Yeah, you should go back and watch Pavis's segment. We sat in a choke point for an hour. But it was pretty funny.
Alright. Marianne asks, which Fire Emblem lore do you think would be the most homophobic and which would be the least? Can't do it?
Oh, no, I did it. Ike's not homophobic. Ike is gay. Ike would be the least homophobic.
But who's the most? I would say Edelgard is also pretty least.
The chat said be careful drinking milk with this one, but I sure did it anyway without thinking. Hopefully that's not a problem. Most homophobic. Maybe Alm? I don't know why, but I feel like Alm could be homophobic. Oh, chat agrees.
Would there be other characters that you would say that even if they aren't lords would be the most homophobic?
Shinon hates the gays. Alright, I'm gonna need a moment to emotionally prepare for the last one if you have another question.
I don't.
Alright, then we're gonna take a beat here.
Would you eat a lizard egg? That's actually a question that when I asked for questions from the Discord call I was in, I got. I think this one's from Gabby.
Is it tasty?
No, they're like squishy and like weird.
Oh, well then no. Why would I want to?
Well, if it was served to you.
I'm not gonna eat something gross if it's just because it's served to me.
Very good.
You should serve me foods that don't suck.
I see.
Rowan from Warriors 1 will never miss a chance to call someone a slur. Apparently I need to play Warriors again. I don't remember this guy that well. Where's Rowan the girl? Alm voted as most homophobic is oddly funny to me.
Do you need another paper towel?
Oh no, I still have it. Holy shit, this is worse than last year.
I was wondering if it was, considering how, like, much you were struggling. So. Do you need to stop?
No, we can finish.
Okay.
There's only one left.
Alright.
Okay, time to get moving.
Just give me a second.
If you really want, I can take the hit and do the last one. I will die.
Okay, do you want to both do it? I kind of want to see what happens.
No!
Well, then why do you want to take the hit for me?
I offered because I knew you would say no.
That's funny. The illusion of helpfulness.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if I had said yes?
I would have done it, but I'm not going to do it for no reason. Not just
This is all doing it for no reason.
We're doing it for donation purposes for the Trevor Foundation.
All right, next one is the Last Dab Experience. I'm gonna take one more second.
You probably should have bought some Tums before this happened.
Yes, you've woken up just in time for the final sauce. Emotional support, Jolteon. Can I have milk with this one? Here, I'll read the back of it. Welcome to the experience, Spice Lords. The most extreme version of the Last Dab sauce we've ever made. The main ingredient, Smoke and Ed Curry's Pepper X, is officially the world's hottest chili, and we've pushed it to the max. Add a dab to your favorite foods and live the hot ones tradition. Fuck you, Sean Evans.
He's stalling, by the way. I can't tell.
Of course I'm stalling. I'm just kidding, Sean Evans. I love you. But not right now. All right, I have my dab.
All right, so this one requires an image, but you've seen it before. Where do you follow the sandwich alignment chart? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Okay. Because that's true neutral. That's ingredient neutral and structure neutral. I don't know if you want to look at this.
Yeah, true neutral.
True neutral? Okay. But what about just like a wrap, like a chicken wrap? You can look up the sandwich alignment chart if you want for reference.
I don't know. I'd have to think about if a wrap is. I guess it might be. Okay, I'm going to say something crazy. This was not as bad as the last one.
Is a burrito a sandwich?
My gut says no.
Okay, so I think you care about, like...
Humans are
savory
Wellingtons?
ingredients. But what about, like, an ice cream sandwich? Is that a sandwich?
My gut, again, says no.
Okay, so I think you are ingredient neutral, but structure rebel is what it sounds like.
Okay,
As long as there is some
I don't know. I don't have,
sort of
like... I might
thing.
change my mind on some of these if I gave it some thought. Because I used to not say a hot dog is a sandwich.
Perhaps they're Wellingtons.
Humans are Wellingtons.
Pop-Tarts are also listed in here as radical sandwich anarchy, and I do not think a Pop-Tart is a sandwich personally. I think an ice cream sandwich is a sandwich though, but I don't think a burrito is a sandwich. So
Do you have any more questions, or was that
that was the last one. I hope that wasn't too bad to end
That
on.
was fine.
I used up a lot of the beginning. I can check the form real quick to see if any like last minute ones snuck in.
Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, it's fine to end on too if there's not.
Let's see if we have any last minute ones. Oh, 2 last minute ones. I checked these like maybe an hour ago now. Oh, see, this would be funnier if you were in the middle of eating a hot sauce. Unfortunately, we just think of 5 Fire Emblem maps off the top of your head.
I have to name them?
Yeah, name them.
Oh, God. Battle Before Dawn. Cog of Destiny. Night of Farewells. Four-Fanged Offense. Four-Fanged Offense, but the other one. Battle of Altea. Black Knight, or Sable Knight Camus. Okay, there you go. That's
All
at
right,
least
rank
5.
them.
What the fuck did I just say?
Right, I think this would be... We can skip that.
Okay, the best one's Sable Knight Camus. I really like that map. Then Cog. Then Night of Farewell. No. Then Four-Fanged Offense. Then Battle Before Dawn. Then Night of Farewells.
If you had a son, and he came out to you as a cat boy during Pride Month, what would be your response? This is from Irony again. What if CJ came out as a cat boy
If
to you?
CJ came out as a
Yeah.
boy, I suppose I'd have to accept him.
Well, he would be a cat lizard, so it might
He'd be a
something
cat.
better.
That would be cute.
Yeah, it would be cute. And then Sal says, "How are you?"
You know what, Sal? I'm doing okay.
Let's see how your acid reflex is doing tomorrow.
But thank you for asking. That was nice of you.
The last dino nuggie.
Oh, there's 2 more here. Okay. All right, we have reached the end of a lovely about 13 hours of charity streaming. We beat our goal of $1,500. So I'll put up the polls for the cosplay probably tomorrow. But I really want to thank everyone for hanging out and for sorry, and for donating. The Trevor Project's really important to me. I think for like I talked about this a bit last year, but I think like being a member of the LGBT community can be really hard I think especially if you're young, especially if you don't have a great support group. For me, I think I have like, you know, kind of like a pretty privileged position. I've got 2 parents that have always supported me. And even for me, I had a really hard time coming out. I didn't do it until after college. Thank you for the donation, Sal. So I think, you know, if it was difficult for me, I can only imagine how hard it is for people in a more difficult situation than that. So I think having resources like the Trevor Project that people can reach out to and have someone to talk to is really important. And so I'm glad that we can, you know, donate some money to them, and I really appreciate all of you guys contributing to that. It's awesome. Got so many names on the flag back there. I'm gonna take a picture of that later and post it to.
I think you may have missed 1 or 2.
Yeah, I have a couple to add, but I'm gonna add those names and then I'll post a picture of it. I just really appreciate you guys, and I'm really glad that we were able to raise this money for the Trevor Project. So thank you all for hanging out. I hope you had fun. And I hope you have a lovely night and rest of your weekend.
Looking for the mouse after I